Hi everyone, thank you for joining. So I think we are live, and Vivek sir has joined us today. Vivek sir will be your new, verbal trainer, and uh, Vivek sir will take care of various topics today. Sir will take you guys through grammar and tenses. So please feel free to interact with sir. Any questions that you have, share where you need more help, right, with respect to the scholarship exam. And yeah, I think over to you, Vivek. You may want to just introduce yourself and then get started with your class. Yeah.
Yes, all right. Thank you, sir. Uh, hey, guys. Yes, Binay. Yes. So I'm hoping everybody's joined here. And hi, this is Vivek, and I'm going to be your new verbal trainer. And I know you're aware of your syllabus, which is quantitative aptitude, verbal reasoning, and also verbal aptitude, which includes grammar and vocabulary and all that. So I think 40 marks are allocated to this. And you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be fairly simple, and I'm going to help you through it through the next few sessions. And hopefully, we can get solving and we give you a basic understanding of how to have common usage of English in India. So, if you have any questions while I'm going, you'll have to speak up. You'll have to unmute yourself and speak up. For now, I would request that you mute yourselves. So I see that some of you are still not muted. So to avoid any unnecessary sounds not clear. 1 second, let me check
Yes, sir.
again.
Sound is not clear.
Hang on. Okay. Hello. Is it clear now? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's better now. Okay. All right. Okay. Sure. So some of you will be using the Zoom chat, and it doesn't notify properly on time. There's no notification sound, so it'll be difficult for me to keep checking there. But yeah, Gilbert, you raised your hand. Is there something you want to tell me? Okay, sure. But go ahead then. Before I start, I want you all to mute yourselves. I think uh, everybody's muted except Gilbert, Felix, Lawrence. Uh, yeah. If there's something you want to ask, go ahead. We can spend a couple of minutes and then we can get started if there's something you want to know. Okay.
Sir, what we are going to teach?
Uh, Today we're going to look at tenses in grammar, which is obviously essentially important so that you get your sentence formation right. We'll get to that. All right, shall we then? I'm gonna present my screen. Okay, so I request all of you to mute yourselves once again, and I'll start. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So this is what I have been told, and I think you would have seen this. This is your setup. Do you want me to expand? Let me check if this is working for you. When I present, can you see this? Can you guys see this?
Yes.
No,
Yes?
sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Because if I present, now it should be able to, I mean, only then it will be maximized. And if you're on your phones, it's going to be difficult for you. So I hope you're on your laptops. So I hope you can see this. This is not the grammar part. This is your remarks for the exams for the tests. So like you can see, you have 40 marks in verbal reasoning, 25 in quantitative, 25 in logical reasoning. And you can see what verbal reasoning has: reading comprehension, fill in the blanks, grammar, paragraph completion, parajumbles, analogies, antonyms, synonyms, one word substitutes, sentence correction. Now, if you look at it, fill in the blanks, grammar, now parajumbles, sentence correction, all these will require a lot of good foundation in grammar. Your grammar has to be good. Only if your
Sir, we
basics are right.
cannot see the screen.
Okay. I think when I
Yes,
present
sir.
there's a problem. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you see the screen now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now
Okay.
it's visible.
Okay. Maybe I'll put it on this then. I won't present it. So let's start with tenses for today. So before we go into this is what your grammar setup will be, what the different grammar concepts you'll go through, which is parts of speech. I think in the next class we'll go at parts of speech. I thought parts of speech is a little big, so many things to cover. So there's nouns and verbs and adjectives and prepositions, articles, so much to go on. So I thought today we'd take one topic and stick to that. And so we're going with tenses. So if you see tenses and parallelism go hand in hand, and subject verb and pronoun antecedent would go hand in hand. Yes? Okay. So in today's session, we'll look at tenses. In one session, we'll look at parts of speech. In another session, we'll look at subject, verb, and pronoun antecedent. So these are three main important. If you can solve questions in these three, then I think your foundation will be strong. And then we can go to sentence correction. Sentence correction is something which has everything together. They'll give you an incorrect sentence, and you'll be requested, or you'll be asked to solve the sentence. And it can be tenses, it can be nouns, it can be subject verb, it can be anything. So only once you get all these right, you can move to sentence correction or error spotting or whatever they want to call it. Okay. So going into tenses. Okay. So this is your basic table. I'm sure in your respective languages, whatever those might be, you would have learned about tenses. And here we have this table of 12, right? So obviously, when you split tenses, you have three: present, past, and the future. Present is now, past was what was before, and future is obviously what is to come, which is tomorrow. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. That's how it is. Now, however, when we're speaking in English, right, or any language for that matter, right, all of these will be further categorized into four. I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm just going to give you basics. If you're taking notes, that's good, right? Uh, Today I don't have the setup with me where I can write it here and you have that. So maybe I'll use a slide to write stuff down, right? Okay, but it's not very difficult. Only a few things. If you concentrate, we can get through this in the next 10-15 minutes.
Sir, your
Okay.
sound is not clear.
So yeah. It's not here. Okay,
Sir.
1 second. I'll try again.
Hello, anyone can I listen?
Hello, sir is not.
Speaking. So I want to hear that.
Sorry, sir, but we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No, sir, we can't hear you.
No, sir.
No,
Can't hear
sir.
you.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir,
better?
now.
Okay. Okay, good.
Sorry, sir.
There's a
Now I
problem,
hear, sir.
I guess.
Now we are hearing.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe problem with the settings. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir, let's start.
Okay, I'll start again. Yes. Okay. So I request all of you to mute yourselves. So if there's any question, you can always stop me and unmute yourself. But for now, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So I'll start from the beginning again. Yes, okay. So this is what your grammar would include. We have parts of speech, tenses, subject verb agreement. These three will be your major grammar lessons. Today we're doing tenses. One session we'll do parts of speech. In another session we will do subject verb agreement. Now pronoun antecedent that you see, that is part of subject verb. Parallelism will be part of tenses. So today we'll be doing tenses and parallelism, which you look at parallelism. I'll give you examples. It's not that different from tenses. It's part of tenses. So obviously there will be sessions on idioms, synonyms, antonyms. You see here what you have here. All these things, yes, those will be covered. But all those things come under vocabulary, and then you have reading comprehension, of course. but your fill in the blanks, your grammar, your analogies, parajumbles, all those can only happen if you have a good grammar base. So let's hopefully in 3 or 4 sessions, your grammar will be good enough. And so you can move on to sentence correction. I think once you do sentence correction, you can call yourself a champion in grammar, and we'll get you there. That's not a problem. It's a matter of simple application, and we are here to ensure that you can solve all your questions, that whatever questions you face in your paper, your question paper, you should be able to solve them within a minute. Okay, can you? Yeah, I'm gonna mute you all. Yeah. Okay. All right. So since you look at this, you only have 90 minutes for your entire exam, and only 40 minutes have been.
Sir, can you
Sorry.
zoom your screen?
Sorry.
Can you zoom your screen?
I can zoom my screen, but the problem is when I do that, I don't know if all of you can see it. Okay, is this better?
Yes, sir,
Mm,
much
That's
better.
Now it is
better.
better, sir.
Yeah, okay. So this is not the grammar part. So I'm just showing you. Since you have logical reasoning and quantitative aptitude, even though those are 25 marks each, you will be given 30 minutes each for that, because that is a little bit, you'll have to think a little bit. But verbal reasoning, you have 40 questions and you'll be given only 30 minutes. So that means that you should train yourself in such a way that you look at the sentence and you know which is the right answer. So it's not that difficult, but you should be able to solve everything under 1 minute or under, let's say, 30 seconds, hopefully. All right. Okay. So yeah. So today we're looking at tenses and parallelism, right? Okay. So here we are. I don't have the setup for the handwriting tool, so I'm going to be using a blank slide whenever there's something I want to explain. For next class, we'll arrange something better. Okay. So again, I don't know what languages you speak from wherever you guys are, but I'm sure you have the concept of tenses there also. And is there in every language, and it's mostly the same. So English is no different here. And obviously we have 3 main tenses: the present, the past, and the future. Yeah, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Yes. So for the sake of this examination and for the sake of learning here, we are only going to be looking at present tense and past tense. Future tense will not be that important. You will be given a few questions. I have included a few questions. See, like I've prepared a few questions for you. And in that, I have included a few questions in future tense. But we are not going to concentrate much on that. We're going to concentrate on present tense and past tense, because these 8, which you can see, all 3 tenses have been divided into 4 other categories. So if you understand these 4, believe me, your job is easy. If at any time you have a doubt or a question, you can stop me. I'm going to go as slow as possible, but this is essential for you to understand. And once you understand, it's easy for you. Okay, if you're taking notes, it's a good thing. I hope you take notes, and you'll only have to take notes for 8 of these. Okay, so let's start with present tense. Okay, there's 4 kinds of present tense, 4 places where you use present tense, and for this we use a verb. You know what a verb is, right? An action word. That will be parts of speech. So I'm sure you know what a verb is by now. So here we are using a verb do, that's doing, right? So you can use any verb to understand any tense. So tenses will use verbs or actions, because anything you do, what you're doing now or yesterday or tomorrow, everything in a different way. Tenses are mainly used to understand when something happened, or when it will happen, or when it is happening. So based on the sentence structure, you can understand when, or like what time something happened. So you can better analyze. And it is important when you're writing or speaking to someone. So tenses are very important. Okay, so looking at simple present tense. So in present tense, simple present tense you use when you're doing something out of habit. Okay, it's a habitual tense. It is something that happens every day. Okay, it is something that not many people use properly. People tend to use present continuous. Continuous will always have ing. If you note here, continuous in all, I am doing, I was doing, I shall be doing, it has ing in the end. Even perfect continuous, it has have been doing, ing everywhere. All 6 places you see it's ing. So we tend to use the ing format a lot instead of simple or perfect. We use perfect continuous or continuous. It is just how we are brought up or what we listen to. So simple present is called the habitual tense. For example, a simple statement such as the earth goes around the sun. Now the verb there is goes, right? It's either go or goes. Again, between singular and plural, you change that. When we do subject verb agreement, I'll teach you when the verb is singular or plural. But the verb there is go. So here it's I do. When you say I do, or let's say for example, I do my homework, that means that you do or perform your homework every day, or it's something that you do almost all the time. It is a habit for you. Like I wake up in the morning. You are not waking up in the morning. That is wrong. You say I wake up in the morning because that is something people do every day. So it's a tense of habit. It is as simple as that. So it is simple present. So when you talk to someone, you're not supposed to ask, how are you doing? You're supposed to ask, how do you do? You see the difference? Mostly you ask people, hey, what are you doing? You're supposed to ask, what do you do? The difference between simple present and simple continuous is a key difference. For example, okay, I'll write it here. I'll make that differentiation. Okay, this is simple present and sorry, present continuous. Okay, this is what do you do? This is what are you doing? Can anyone tell me what's the difference between these two? Unmute and maybe try telling me what's the difference between these two sentences, even though it might look very similar.
Hello, sir.
Do and
Yeah. Sorry.
Here
Yeah.
do or simple presence. What do you do? Here do
Okay.
and present continuous is doing. Verb plus ing.
Okay. Yeah, of course, there's
Hello,
ing.
sir.
Yeah.
Ing is a simple
Hello, sir.
difference.
Yes. Okay. Yes, tell me.
I think
Here verb plus
simple present, what do you do, suggests something that somebody does every day. And then
Yes.
present continuous, what are you doing, suggests something that someone is doing at the moment, right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Well, what's your name, sir? What's your name?
Delight.
Delight. Okay, Delight. Right. What Delight said is exactly right. This is habit, something that happens every day. This is happening right now. And most importantly, it is temporary. Present continuous is temporary. It is happening right now. It will definitely end at some point. It will end soon. For example, I am teaching this class. Sorry. Yes. So I am teaching this class. Now you see teaching. I am teaching. This is the verb. Right? So this is temporary. It is happening right now. If I say, let's say, I teach a class, that means my full-time profession is to teach classes, even though this is not full-time for me. I do this part-time. I do this like a few times a month. This is not my full-time job. this used to be my full-time job. I used to train before the pandemic and all that. I used to train, but now because colleges are not open, I've changed jobs. So when I say I teach a class, that means I'm a professor or I'm a teacher. Basically, that is the meaning. Basically, right? Here I'm teaching. This means it's just temporary. It's something that's happening right now. It is happening. So that's present continuous. Get that? Any doubts? Guys, speak up if you want me to explain again. I'll do it again, or if you're okay, we
No,
can move on.
sir, you can continue, sir.
Okay, all
No
right. Then.
doubts. Let's go.
Clear, sir.
Okay, good. All right then. All right. Sure. So simple present and present continuous are done. Now let's look at simple past. Simple past and past continuous. Okay. Now simple past is very important. We'll come back to that. I'll add one more slide actually. Okay. I'll add simple past and I'll add perfect. Yes. Okay. Okay. Simple past. Here what's given is I did. Right? I did my job. Okay. Past continuous. I was doing my job. I'll use another example, a common example. I browsed, Instagram. Okay. You guys use Instagram, right? So yeah. Now here I'll say I was browsing Instagram. Does anyone want to go and I don't want Delight to answer. Maybe somebody else. Maybe tell me the difference between this and this. Whatever your understanding is, you go ahead. Tell me what do you think is the difference between simple past and past continuous. Anyone? There's no pressure. You can be wrong. It's not like you have to give the correct answer. If you think you know, please go ahead. Tell me your understanding, because clearly there is a yes.
One ing and one was added.
In
Sorry?
simple past, sir.
Okay. What's your name again? Sorry.
Hello, sir.
Yes. What's your name?
Shurjo, sir.
Sorry.
Shurjo.
Surjo. Okay. Yes. Tell me.
In simple past, something I did in regular in past. That is
Okay.
simple past.
Okay. And this past continuous?
And past continuous, that is I forgot, sir. It's
okay. Okay. No problem. Okay.
It's excellent, sir.
All right. I will explain. Okay. Like Shuja said, it's not exactly how something you used to do regularly. No, that is not simple past. Just because simple present is that, simple past is not the same. Okay. Simple past here, when I say I browsed Insta, it means that obviously it happened in the past. That is for sure. But it was a one-time event. Sorry. It was a one-time event. Okay. It happened once in the past, obviously, and it is done, finished, over. Okay. It is just one time, and you're just referring to it. When you refer to it, when you refer to a past event, you use simple past. Okay. For example, I went to the bookstore yesterday, or I went to the bookstore last month, or I went to Disneyland last year, or anything. That is just something that happened and it's over, but you're just mentioning it. So use simple past. It's simple. That's it. Okay. I'll explain again. It is a one-time event, or when you're describing an event that happened in the past, that's it. You're mentioning that for some reason, or you're telling a friend or something. Yes, I did that. It was done. I went to the supermarket yesterday.
I bought noodles. I bought ketchup, anything. So that is a past event. It's done. It was yesterday. It was 1 week ago. It was 1 month ago. It doesn't matter. Right? That is simple past. Now, past continuous. What you have to remember about past continuous is that it is incomplete on its own. Okay? When you say I was browsing Instagram, it is not a complete. Okay. All right. Guys, I'm gonna have to mute you all. Sorry. Okay. So when you say I was browsing Instagram, that is an incomplete sentence. It's not a complete sentence. So you use that as a reference point. Here you're not referring to it, the event itself, you're using it as a time of reference. Okay, time to refer to an event. Here, okay, let me not confuse you. Okay, here, okay. For example, you use it with another sentence, another half of the sentence. For example, the phone rang when I was browsing Insta. Get it? Now this part is past continuous. This part is simple past. You understand? The phone rang. That is a one-time event. It happened only once. But browsing Insta is not like a one thing. It is something you are doing. For example, if I am doing right now, it is obviously an event which will go on for a little while. It's not like a 1 second thing. So it is a continuous action. It has ing in it, right? It has ing in it. Sorry. Yes. So you don't use this alone on its own. You use it with simple past or other verbs, other tenses, but it never goes on its own. It is used to refer to when did that happen? It happened. When did the simple past event happen? It happened when I was doing this. This happened while I was doing this. Got it? So this is not on its own. It is dependent on, yes, this past continuous is dependent on another tense, another part of the sentence. Okay? Are we clear? Okay. I'm letting you unmute.
Yes.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm moving to perfect tenses now. We are done with simple and continuous. Future, again, if I have to mention nothing major, obviously you will use the verb shall or will. Like instead of saying I go to school, you'll say I will go to school, which is tomorrow. Or instead of saying I am going to school, you'll say I will be going to school tomorrow. Like you're defining future continuous right now. Like tomorrow, this time, I will be eating lunch. Now, because it is too much of it is unpredictable, right? Future is not predictable. So we tend not to use that. So even for future tense, we use present tense. For example, I am going to school tomorrow is perfectly fine. You can say I am going to school today, which is present tense. You can also say I am going to school tomorrow, which is also fine because when you use the word tomorrow, people understand that it's future tense. So you don't have to use shall or will necessarily to understand that it is future tense, and you will not have questions in future tense anyway. So simple and continuous are very easy, and perfect future is not required. So it'll be confusing for you, and it's not required. It is like, for example, let's say here it is 2:30. Okay, so let's say by tomorrow 2:30 I will have had lunch. Now that is too much. It is too much of a prediction. Anything can happen in 24 hours. Pandemic is going on, so let's not. So we are skipping future tense. It's not very important. and we are done with simple and continuous. We are moving into perfect tense. Now, perfect tense, again, it's pretty easy. Just concentrate another 5-10 minutes and you'll understand. And once we're done with these, we can move on to the questions. And once you do the questions, you will fully understand. Okay. All right. So moving to perfect tense. Okay. Present perfect. Here, the example given here is I have done. Now for present perfect, we always use the additional verb have, helping verb it's called. We use have or has, depends on the plural or singular verb. So for example, let's say I say I have eaten lunch, or let's say I have completed my homework. Here you would say I ate lunch, simple past. One time event, you say I completed my homework. What you have to notice, present perfect will have one helping verb, have or has always, that is always there, and the verb will have something called a present participle or a past participle, which will change according to every verb. So I'll give you a list. There is no point in trying to understand the logic behind it. I'll give you a list later after the session is over, where everything, for example, write becomes written, go becomes gone. Yes. Past tense of go would be went, right? It would be went. So obviously it changes. English is a little weird that way, so you can't have rules for everything properly. But you will understand once you know the examples, and with more usage, you will be able to get this. You will understand that eaten is perfect tense. It is not eating or eat. Eat is simple. Ing is continuous. And when you have a participle where a different form of verb is used, it's perfect tense. So you will learn to use it with usage. It's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. But in many cases, it does not change. For example, here, completed. Here also, for that, the same is completed. For some cases, the verb will not change, right? That is where the confusion comes, especially between simple past and present perfect. Now, I know you would think that why are we comparing past and present? Past is yesterday, present is today. I totally understand why you feel that way. But technically speaking, present perfect is past. I know it sounds very tricky, or you think I'm cheating you or something, but understand that I didn't make the rules here. Technically, present perfect is past tense. Even though we use it as present tense, it's past tense. But present perfect is something that is just completed. Like recent past, and it's like the possession is that you have done it. Here you would say, one second, I did it. And here you say, there's a difference, I'll explain, don't worry. I have done it. Now the difference between I did it and I have done it is the position you hold. Again, I did it, simple past, is a one-time event, you did it once. Okay? I have done it means what you are saying, claiming now is that that job has been completed by you, and that is the position you're holding. I know you still don't understand, so I'll come to that. For example, I lived in Mumbai. Mumbai is an Indian city, but let's say London. Okay. I have lived in London. Okay. Now I want someone to unmute and try and explain what you understand by this. Obviously, there's a difference, right? So go on. I have allowed you to unmute yourself. Yeah. So go on. Anyone?
Sir, I lived in London means I was living in London sometime before.
Who is speaking?
Sagar Gupta.
Sagar, okay, go on.
I lived in London means I have been living in London some years ago, and
Which
I
one?
have lived in London means I am just shifted from London to Mumbai.
No, one second. First, explain simple past, Sagar.
I lived in London means
Yeah.
I lived in London some years ago.
Okay. Okay.
But now I have lived in London means I recently shifted from London.
Okay. Okay. You're not wrong. It is right. You're right. Okay. Okay. He's not entirely wrong, but it's not very clear yet. So when you say, let's say, I'll finish the sentence. I lived in London 10 years ago. Again, it is a one-time event in the past, which you're mentioning. Okay. So it is in the past. It is still in the past. It is not relevant right now. You're just mentioning it. When you use present perfect, even though it's a past, it is relevant right now. Right? You're bringing it up because something related to London came up now. Let's say you're going to London. Okay. Or for example, you are shifting from London. Let's say this. Let's say you're shifting from London or you're going to some other town. So you would say, I have lived in London for 10 years. It is time to move. Now, technically, here it means that you're still in London. This does not mean that you are out of London. You are still in London. But these 10 years are technically the past tense. Yes, you're not counting today or this year. You're counting the last 10 years till yesterday or whatever. Because you're counting only the past in the present tense. We have present perfect tense. It is called the present perfect tense because it is literally the perfect way of writing a sentence, and that's how it sounds the best. I know it might sound a little weird to you, but that is the most fluent way of speaking. Okay, when you say I have lived in London for 10 years, it means that yes, I'm still in London, but so far up until now, my past 10 years I've spent in London. It's like saying, let's say you are in 11th grade. Okay, you're in school, you're in 11th grade. So you can say, I have studied in this school for, let's say, 5 years. So you are only referring to the previous 5 or 6 years, right? When you say, I studied in that school, you would be, for example, you would say, I studied in that school for 5 years. You see the difference? Because now you have clearly passed out of the school. You are not part of that school anymore. So when you say I studied in that school, it is literally the past. It has no relevance to the present. But here, when you say I have studied in the school, yes, it means you're still studying here, but you're still talking about the past. Understand? Please tell me if you understand, because this essential difference is important.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
We
I
understand.
understand.
Get it?
Yes, sir.
Because it's
Yes, sir.
important that you get it. Yeah, because questions here, simple past and present perfect is where most students make mistakes because, like I said, right, I completed and have completed. One have could be missing and they could get the answer wrong. And you need to get the answer right. Maybe while speaking, you might make the mistake. It happens. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes too. Nobody's perfect. Big corporations make grammatical mistakes in their press releases. So we don't have to be grammatically perfect all the time. But in your exam, when you're attending for 40 marks, if you don't use it right, they're not going to understand. They're going to take away your marks. So for your own sake, at least theoretically here, when you can answer the question right, that does it for us. Later on, with more and more speaking, more and more usage, you will get it right. So this is simple past and present perfect. Okay, this is the main difference. Simple past, again, like I said, it's the past. That's why we use distancing language. You see that we studied in that school. That means it is far away. Like we're mentioning it as that, and here you say this. That means a relative term. So this is the difference.
What just happened, guys? Is sir offline?
Class over.
Not class over. Sorry is offline.
I think sir is offline. Sagar? Oh, sir के साल का.
Bro, only speak English, bro. Here. Oh, bro, क्या चाल पर?
सागर सर का था. What happened, sir?
I think there is network problem.
Vinay sir will teach us.
Hello, Sagar sir.
I think he mistakenly muted himself. Yes, Vinay.
माया कसम पढ्न सुरु गरे है किताबै किन हैन.
Bro, don't
पढ्न
speak
सुरु गरे एक
Nepali,
महिना
okay?
मलाई किताबै किन हैन.
पढेर काम छैन यार. इन्सेट को कोरोना लाग्छ फेरि. Don't speak Nepali, okay?
हैन भनेर हामीले गाली दिएन यार.
Huh?
Do not
नेपाली नबोला यार फेरि अरूले पागल हुन्छन्.
Guys, enjoy. Class is over.
Hello.
Hello. How do you do?
निस्किनु सागर सर.
I do fine.
Bro, it's not how do you do, it's how are you doing now.
I'm from India.
No, it's how do you do?
today we are learning.
What are
सागर नहेरेको नेपालको गेम.
हेर्ने हो जाम न. कसको भइरहेको नेपाल भर्सेस म्यानमार हैन.
नेदरल्यान्डको
नेदरल्यान्डको हेरौँ न त. टस जित्यो हैन नेपालले.
Please mute your mic.
Guys, sorry is back maybe. Hello. Anybody is here?
No, sir.
I cannot hear you. Hello.
No, sir, we can't hear you.
Sir, we can't hear you. Any technical issue?
I think this is a technical issue.
Okay, we're waiting.
Hello. Hello.
No, sir, we can't
No,
hear
sir.
you.
We cannot hear you, sir.
Sir, just leave the group and again join the.
Hello.
Okay, sir, you can do, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, now audible.
Okay. I'm gonna request Binay to make me host again, not co-host, host.
Sir, you are the host now.
Am I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you
Yes,
then.
sir.
Okay. Sorry, the last 5 minutes I tried and it couldn't. Okay. I'm gonna get back to it then. Okay. Guys, here we are.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when was what was I saying last when the audio got cut? Hello?
Okay, I clearly hear your voice, sir.
You can't hear my voice now?
Yes, sir. It's clear now.
Okay. No, I'm asking you, where did I stop?
So you are explaining about the simple past and the present perfect in the I study in that school for 5 years.
Okay. Okay. I'll go through it again in another couple of minutes. Yeah. So
You mentioned that that and this.
Yes, that and this. Yes,
okay. Okay. All right. So yes, simple past and present perfect. Like I said, both are technically past tense. Yes, both are past tense. Present perfect is past tense, but we use it as present because it is relevant today. This I studied in that school for 5 years is literally only past tense. This I have studied in this school means, yes, we're talking about past tense, but you're talking in the present context. It is relevant in the present. This is not necessarily relevant in the present. You're just mentioning a fact which happened many years ago. This is does not have to be many years ago. It happened in the past. It's not relevant today, right? I'll give you one other example so you fully understand. For example, okay, I'll delete this, or I'll just write. I watched Avatar. I don't know if you guys watched it. Okay. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
say I watched Avatar in 3D or whatever, or 4K or whatever. It doesn't matter. Here I'd say, you say I have watched, sorry, Avatar in 3D, or it doesn't matter 3D. I have watched Avatar. Now the difference between I watched Avatar and I have watched Avatar is that you say I watched Avatar is when you're telling your friends, oh, that day I went and I watched Avatar. It was cool. When you're mentioning, that's when you use simple past. This happened in the past. You're just mentioning it to your friends. That's it. This I have watched Avatar is used in present tense because, for example, let's say you're discussing, let's watch a movie, and your friend says, let's watch Avatar. But you will say, no, I don't want to watch Avatar because I have already watched Avatar. I have watched Avatar. Even though it's in the past, right now, in the present, it is relevant. Because I have watched it, I don't want to watch it again. Understand? Understand the difference? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, understand? This is exactly how it is. That is because this is not relevant today in the present. This, even though it's in the past, it's relevant today because it's affecting your today's choice. Today you want to watch a movie, you will not watch Avatar because you already watched it. You will watch something else. So it is present perfect. I have watched Avatar. I have done my homework. So I will not do my homework. I have already done it. I have eaten lunch. I ate it at 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock now. I have eaten lunch. So I'm not hungry. Understand? I ate lunch yesterday, but that's useless now. I ate lunch yesterday, but that is not relevant today. I have eaten lunch today. Even though it's past tense, even though it was 1 hour ago in the past tense, I have already eaten lunch, so I am not hungry right now. Get it? Get the difference? Get the difference, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So that is perfect tense. And I'll make one more slide then for that. Yes. Now, present perfect continuous and past perfect, both perfect and perfect continuous. Okay. Now, present perfect continuous is, it has all three elements. That means past, present, and future. That is where we use have been doing. As usual, it will have, no doubt. Perfect tense will always have has or have, obviously. and it'll always have ing. So when I say all three elements, I mean something that began in the past and it's happening right now, and will go on for some time. If you look at it, began is past tense, happening is present tense, will go on is future tense. Okay, I think somebody has some background noise. I'll request you to mute your microphone again. Yes, okay. I'll go into it. Okay. 1 second. Yep. Okay. So this is very simple. Present perfect continuous is very easy to recognize. For example, it has been raining since 7 a.m. That means right now time is like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, but it began raining at 7 a.m. It's written in the past, but it is still raining. That means it has been raining. It is not like it rained. If you say, if you say it rained at 7 a.m., it'll become simple past. But we're talking about present perfect continuous. We won't say it rained. We'll say it has been raining. So helping verb has and been raining, because ing will use been also. So it's like 3 words. Present perfect will always have 3. The present perfect will have 2. Present perfect continuous will have 3 with ing. It's very easy to recognize and very easy to use. So nothing to worry about here. It has been raining since 7th name means it began in the past, it's still happening, and because it is continuous tense, like simple continuous, remember simple continuous, it is temporary. It will go on for a while though. It will end. It will definitely end. Even the raining will end, but because it is continuous, we'll use ing. It will go on for a while, right? So that is present perfect continuous, very easy to use. Now let's take a look at past perfect and past perfect continuous. Nothing fancy here. Okay. I had gone to the movies. I had been doing the work. Okay. Now this is nothing but literally the past tense of the present ones. Like how you have present perfect and present perfect continuous. This is literally the past tense of that. For example, I have eaten lunch. And when you say I had eaten lunch, is literally when you use reported form of speech. Have you heard of reported form of speech? Direct and indirect speech. Maybe we'll do a session. In one session, I'll teach you what exactly speech is. Reported speech is literally like what newspapers or magazines use. Okay, because it's a report. For example, everything in the newspaper is past tense, right? In the newspaper, whatever you read, it is yesterday's news. Something that has already happened is reported. So it's called reported speech, right? So, for example, let's say we're talking about football. So we'll say, let's say, I don't know if you understand the rules of football, but there is something called yellow card and red card. Okay, that if you do a foul, you get a yellow card. If you make a very big foul, you get red card. Or if you do 2 fouls, you might get 2 yellow cards, which is a red card. You don't have to, I think many of you might know, okay? But let's say, for example, the player receive a yellow card. Now this is obviously simple past because received, right? Then next we'll say the player was sent off because he had already received a yellow. That means he's getting a second yellow card, but he was sent off because he had already received. He had received, right? Because at that point, that past event had already happened. past perfect is basically past plus past. The past tense of past tense is past perfect. Okay, you don't have to get confused. Just take simple past and add one more past. If you had to add past tense to past tense, that is what you would do. Yes. So when we look at questions, you'll understand. But basically, this is a reported form of speech, and we'll take a look at this in one more session. But once you look at the questions, you'll understand better. Okay. Same for present, past perfect continuous, but it'll be in ing form. It had been raining yesterday since 7 a.m. Again, because it's continuous. If you remember here, yes, you will not use past continuous on its own, right? You will say it had been raining yesterday when the when the phone rang. It is like that. So again, past continuous will never be on its own. But again, no need to get confused. I know it's a lot, and the last 30-40 minutes we've gone through a lot. So for me, it's important that you understand this and this and this. Okay, if these 3 things, 5-6 things you understand, the other 2 or 3 things you will obviously understand. It's not a problem. You will recognize. It's a matter of recognition, and usage will come along with it. So shall we go to the questions quickly? 30-40 questions you'll be able to solve.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Let's start with something very simple. Maybe okay, don't all go at once, but I think you can answer. Fill in the blanks with the the options given. Go on. Can you see, or do you want me to expand this?
Okay, number
She
1, she
was
was
lazy
lazy
this morning.
Can you see this better?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. She dash lazy this morning.
Okay, number 1, she was lazy this morning.
She was lazy. Yes, very good. She was lazy because simple past. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Next one. They dash sleepy last night.
No,
They were
They were sleepy last night.
sleepy last night.
Because
Because
last
it
night
is
is
They were.
the past.
because
Simple
it is
past.
last night. Past tense. We use were, not where. Where is WHERE? This is word. Right? So you'll say were. Here you she was, because singular was. This is plural, we use were. While doing subject verb, we teach you singular. Okay, answer and mute yourself again. Okay, I hear a lot of.
You
Do.
are busy today. You do busy
You
today.
You do busy
are
today.
busy today. You are
You
busy
are
today.
busy.
You are busy
Or
today.
you were
Today
busy
is
today.
simple.
Today is present tense, so we'll use are, not were. Were is past tense, are is present tense. So you'll say you are busy today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, number
She
4.
talk with her friend every day.
Did sir? Did
Number
she
4.
talk with her friend every day?
Look at this, guys. This is the clue.
Does she talk
This
with
is the
her
clue.
friend every day? Does.
Every day is what tense? What tense is this? What
Do
will you-
away.
Present.
Do she talk
She is singular.
with her friend every day?
Does she talk?
Simple
Have it, sir.
present.
Simple present.
Simple present, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
what
Yes,
is
sir.
simple present?
Does she talk with her friend every day?
Does or do,
Yeah.
but because it is
Does.
she, we use does. Does.
She do.
Not did. Did is past tense. Did is past tense.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyday habit. So does. Simple present tense.
Okay, they are not like snakes.
No.
Number 5,
not.
they don't like
They
snakes.
do not like snakes.
Yes.
They
They
do
They
not
do
like
not.
snakes.
Do not.
They don't
Or
like
don't.
Do not.
But because not is there, you don't use don't. You just add do.
Yes.
Okay. They do
They
not
don't.
like snakes. They don't like snakes. Okay. Do not.
My mother did not
Did not, sir. My
cook.
mother
Did not cook
cook for
food
this.
Did not
yesterday.
cook. Very good. Very good.
I
Okay.
was hungry.
I
I
was
was
hungry
hungry
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yes. I was hungry. Okay. Good. Okay.
Excuse me.
Every Sunday.
Does Penny ride a bicycle every Sunday?
Answer.
Does
Did
Jenny
Jenny?
ride a bicycle every Sunday?
Does, because every
Does
Sunday,
Jenny?
present tense.
Yeah,
Habit.
does.
Sir, how about Will on number 8?
Sorry?
Number 9.
How
Did he
about
work
Will on
hard?
number 8?
Did he work?
Did
Okay,
he work?
Will. Okay.
Did he work hard last week?
Hang on, you can use will here.
Yeah.
Yes, you can technically use will. It is correct. Both.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Because it is
Did he work last
Did
week?
he work hard last week?
Did he work hard last
past tense.
last week is past tense.
Yeah.
If you say every week, then you'll use does.
Does.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 10.
Will
They catch fish tomorrow.
This is future tense.
Will they catch fish tomorrow?
Future. Now what do you use?
Will.
Will.
Yes.
Johnny does not.
Very good.
Doesn't ride. Does not.
Very good.
Tom and
Are
Tim
sitting.
are sitting at
Yes.
the
Are sitting,
class.
sir.
Hard sitting, sir. Hard
Present
sitting.
continuous.
He will buy a new.
He will buy a new
He
shirt
will buy a
tomorrow.
new shirt tomorrow.
Yes.
He will buy a new shirt tomorrow.
Did not.
Did not
Didn't
cry the
carry.
gun
Very good. Very good.
yesterday.
Every night.
Did the dog bark?
No, no,
Did the
do.
dog?
Every night.
Oh,
Every night.
Does the dog?
Sorry.
Does the dog bark?
Does every night does.
Yes.
Does the dog bark every night?
Okay. Okay, guys. Now we have fill in the blank. Okay.
B, 1B.
I would have.
Could have come.
Take your time. There is no rush here. But I want you guys
I
to.
would have. C, I would have.
number 1 is C. I would come
Hang
if
on.
I
Hang
had
on.
that time.
I would come.
Hang on. I'm gonna give everybody a chance.
Ha.
I've muted you all. Hang on. I'm gonna go one by one. Starting with Aditya. Okay. Now, Aditya, you can unmute yourself. And
Yes.
you can answer number 1.
I would come if I had time.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's B. Would.
B. Okay. Tell me why. Tell me why. Explain.
I don't know the reason, but I was just guessing.
Okay. All right. You can mute yourself. Okay. Anybody know the answer? Any one person?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell
would
me.
have. Would
Okay,
have,
would
sir.
have. Why?
Because that is a past particle.
Sorry?
That is a past particle. I
Yes.
had time.
Exactly. So it's past perfect, past plus past. Like one is past tense, another is the had is the helping verb. So it might sound confusing, but that is it. It's past perfect. So yes, it will be would have, not would. This is simple past. This is would have, past perfect. It's okay. It's a tricky one in the beginning, so don't worry, but it's still very basic.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. You can mute yourself. I'm gonna go with another person. I'm gonna ask Delight to unmute, and go for number 2.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
This time you will. Sorry.
This time tomorrow.
This time you will be. Sorry. This time tomorrow you will be sitting in a deck chair on the beach.
Yes. Will be. Yes, that's
He
correct.
will be.
Wait, we'll mark the answers while we go. You will be, which is correct. Thank you, Delight. Yeah,
Thank you,
mute
sir.
yourself. I'll go for the next one. Okay, who's next? Okay, Michael, go on. Try number 3.
Okay.
Michael, unmute. Yeah. This
Before
one.
you telephoned, I was watching television.
Yes, very good. See, this is past continuous. Like you see, past continuous is not on its own. It is supported by another sentence. Okay? Very good. Okay. Let's go next. Mute yourself. Okay. Neha? Neha, want to try number 4?
Had.
Hello, sir. Has after the
Sorry?
storm has a after the storm has
Can you read the whole
passed.
sentence? Read the whole sentence.
Yeah, after the storm has passed, many people were found lying in the street.
When you see where found, is it present tense or past tense?
Sorry, had. After
Is
the
it past
storm,
tense?
it is past tense.
Yes. So we
So
use
had.
passed. Yes. So it
Yes.
becomes past perfect. Understand past perfect now?
Yes.
Had plus past. It's not past, it's had past. When the past tense of past tense happened, right? Not when it happened, when it had already happened. So this is the simple past sentence, or this is the past continuous sentence. So here it will go with past perfect. Okay. Thank you, Neha.
Thank you.
Okay. Next we have Durgesh. Go on, unmute. Number 5.
Okay.
Number 5.
Number 5. Tomorrow we will be taking the day off.
Very good. Thank you. We will be taking the day off. Thank you. Very easy. Okay. Nelius, yes. Number 6.
Where did you go for your holiday?
Okay, you're echoing, so you'll have to try again.
Go on. Wait.
Nelius, try again. Dear, yes.
Go.
Again, yes.
Where did you go?
Yes. Where did you? Okay, I think there's a problem. We'll come back to you. Maybe Kamlesh can try. Kamlesh?
Sir, go.
Read the whole sentence, please.
Where did you go for your holiday in the inn?
Okay. Good. Correct. Anybody have a doubt? You understand, right? Why it's go?
Yes, sir.
Where did you go? Yeah. Very good. Okay, Durgesh, mute yourself. Sorry, Kamlesh, mute yourself. Durgesh also? Yeah, okay. Surjo, next up, number 7.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I must admit you have tried, but I am afraid the answer is still no.
Very good. Helping verb have, like tried is the verb. Have is
Yes,
missing. Very good. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Durgesh, mute yourself. Okay. Sonali, go on. Number 8. Sonali.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes I wonder if I shall ever succeed.
Very good. Yes, because it's the future. We're talking about future. So, yes, very good. Thank you, Sonali.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mercy. Mercy, number 9. Mercy, you're up. Are you there, Mercy? Okay, fine. Jennifer can go for it. Jennifer, number 9.
The street was wet.
Yes. The street was wet because
Sir.
Can I say,
The
sir?
Sorry.
Can I say?
Who? One second. I thought Jennifer was going. Or Mercy, you're back?
Yes.
Okay, Mercy, 1 second. Mercy, yes, go for it. The street was wet because?
The street was wet because it had rained.
Okay. It is right. Also, you can use C. C is also correct. Just saying. Both answers are correct. Okay. But A is better. A is better, obviously, but C is correct too. Okay, thank you. But A is better. Yes, it had rained. Okay, Jennifer, you're next.
Sir.
Yeah, okay, Jennifer, number 10.
Oh, okay.
Number 10. Go on, Jennifer.
She's been working there since she left school.
Yes, she has. She's is basically she has. Okay, you can use apostrophe for that also. She has been working. Okay, very good. Thank you. Jennifer, mute yourself.
But sir,
Salma. Yes, yes,
on
Jennifer.
question 9.
Yes, yes.
Yes. The street was wet because it was raining, isn't it? Was a repetition in the sentence.
Which one? Sorry, I didn't get you.
Question 9.
Question 9. Okay.
Yes. Isn't it a repetition if you say the street was wet because it was raining?
How would it be a repetition?
Was and was.
No, it's okay. Both are past, but one is continuous and one is not.
Okay.
One is simple past, and because past continuous is not going alone, it'll go with, it'll only be half the sentence. So you can use past continuous, or you can obviously use past perfect, which is perfect. It is called perfect because it is perfect. So best to go with A, but C is also correct. If you get C, that is also correct. That's all. Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer. Salma, you're up. Number 11, easy. Salma, go for it.
I just
Yes.
have finished.
Okay. A, B, C, D, which is it? Yes or no?
A. I just finished doing this exercise.
Okay, you're not actually wrong, but it's just jumbled. We have to use C. Okay. It's not I just have. You'll just say I have just finished. You can use something between have finished. You can use just between. It is better that way. But yeah, you're right. Technically, A is correct, but formation wise, we use C. Okay. A will not go properly. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Salma. Niloy?
I will read. I will
Mute
read.
yourself,
Yes.
Salma.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Go on.
I will read positive reviews about that films.
Okay.
I will read positive reviews about that film in the paper, so I am going to see it. It's
Okay.
A.
Hang on. So I am going to see it. Which tense is this?
Present continuous tense.
Present continuous, or can also be future tense? Future continuous also?
We
Okay.
can all.
But this reading of the review, is it present tense or past tense or future tense?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me, guys?
Hello.
Have read.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
and now I can hear.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me. So this reading of the positive review, is it present tense, past tense, or future tense?
I will or I read positive.
No, you tell me, is it present, past, or future?
It's
Past.
present.
Present? or future or past?
It's present.
Future, sir.
Okay. All right. Present is also correct.
Simple.
Present.
Simple.
So it will either be present or past, right? It can't be future, obviously.
It's present tense, sir.
Simple.
Yeah, if you're saying present, then will read will not come, no? Because that is future tense. Understand?
So I can say I read positive. B is right.
Yeah, this is not read, this is read. Past tense of read is read, which is the same pronunciation, same spelling also. So you can either say I read, or you can say I have read. Both are correct. Okay.
Okay,
You
sir.
can
Thank
use
you.
past tense or present tense. Both are correct.
Sir, can
But
you
both-
explain 9 number again?
Sorry.
Can you explain 9 number again?
Number 12.
9.
Number 9. Okay. The street was wet because it had rained or it was raining, because right now, for example, we're talking about it was wet yesterday because, see, this is simple past. Okay. Now it was wet because either it was raining or it had rained. Obviously, it will not be present, right? It will only be past tense. Okay. And rained, like simple past will not go with simple past. Okay. It doesn't make sense. So you can use either past perfect or you can use past continuous. It was raining, so it was wet. Or it was wet because it had rained. Get it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Number 12, any doubts?
No.
Sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, you either use past tense or present perfect, which is also technically past tense. Okay. Okay. Next. Sorry.
Number 12, read and have read. Are they all the same? Or
I didn't
maybe
get you.
there's a difference.
Who's speaking? Sorry.
Kumbuso. About number 12, you said you
We
can
have
say
No, number 12. Okay.
number 12. You
Yes,
said
tell me.
I have read reviews and I read. Isn't there a difference?
Between B and C?
Yes.
Yeah, there is a difference. Yes, both are different, but both are correct. For example, you will say, I read. Now, read is past. I mean, spelling is same, so it might be confusing. Please mute yourself. Yeah, you can say I read past tense. Sorry, I read the review. That means past tense. You read the review, so you have an opinion now. You like it, so you're gonna see it. So that is there. Or you can say I have already read. That means again technically past tense, but present perfect. Right? So again, because of your past action, right now it is relevant. The movie that you read about, that the review you read today, you want to go watch it, or tomorrow you want to watch it. So you can use both. Both are technically past tense. I told you, right? Present perfect is past tense. So here you can use both. Both are correct. It happened in the past, basically. So you have to use I read reviews, so I want to watch it, or I have already read it, so I, both are. C is better, but B is also correct.
Okay, sir, may I ask you?
Yes.
Number 12, it's a bit confusing because B, read is verb 1 or verb 2, but you say that verb 2, right?
1 second. Read is present also.
Yeah, verb 1, verb 2, and also verb 3, read, read. They are
This
the
is
same.
past. Now only the pronunciation will change. Okay. Read spelling is same.
Yeah.
Red is past. It is pronounced red, like the color red. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the confusion you have. Both are read. Here when I say I read, it's past tense. I read is present tense. This is present. I read. No, like R-E-E-D. This is read. I read, like color. I read. That's past tense. I read a book. I read a book. Both are different, obviously. Spelling is same. Pronunciation is different.
Yeah.
Past tense is read. Okay. Yeah, I will be sending this presentation to you to step up and they will share it with you. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's move on. Let's finish like another 30 questions we have. Let's quickly go. Okay,
Sir.
who's next? Hang on. Raj. Jennifer, I'm going to mute you. Okay. Raj, go on. 13.
We have finished.
We have
finished.
We have finished.
C. We have finished our breakfast half an hour ago. C. Have finished.
Okay. Explain why.
Because it's a past an hour ago, so have become had.
Okay. So you're using present perfect.
Yeah, present perfect.
Okay. The answer to this is A.
Sir, I think it's A because it's already finished.
Yes. It is a one-time event. It is a one-time event.
Yes,
So we use
sir.
this. It has not got any relevance to the present. In this sentence, it is only a past event. Even though it's half an hour ago, it's only past. If it is relevant right now, we will use have finished because present perfect. Otherwise, we use simple past. In this sentence, only past tense. So simple past finished. Okay. With more and more examples, you will understand. Okay. Okay. Quickly, next one. Who's going next? Dipesh.
Again.
We have already
Yes, we have already
seen.
Very good. We have already seen the film. Very good. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Vivek Chaudhary. Which books
Have you taken yesterday?
are you sure?
Which book have you taken yesterday? Which school yesterday?
Sir, I think if you took which book you took to school yesterday, I think. Sir, which books did you take?
Exactly. Answer
It will be
is
did, sir. Did you take?
Yes,
did
sir.
you take yesterday? So did past tense. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you take? That's the right way to say. Not you took or have you taken is obviously not right.
Read dash and read.
Yes. Okay. Alex.
And we told him the news.
Alex, go on.
Holly woke up. We were telling him the news. Holly wakes up, and we told. Như đầm là số mấy?
Alex. Yeah, go on.
It's B. Wake up
Sorry?
and told. It's B. Wake up and told him that the news.
Harry woke up.
And told
Yes,
we.
very good. Yes, very good. That is simple past, so we use only that. Very good. Nice. Thank you. Amar. Amar next. 17.
Sir, B.
B, okay. Why? Who's not on mute?
Sir, I think it's D. He always complains about
Sir,
everything.
I think it's D. It's a habit, I think.
It's habit. Yes, it is something that person always does. So, yes, he always complains. Simple present.
Present
Complains.
continuous. Present
Not
simple present
continuous.
continuous.
Not continuous. Not something temporary. It's always like something that happens all the time. So yes. Okay, 18. 18, who's gonna go for it? Okay. Should I can't read. Akshit. You written it in Hindi. Sorry.
Sir, the answer is B.
B.
Which one?
I think B, sir.
Okay. If I
were Superman, I would fly.
very good. Yes. When you use if, you use were. I would fly. Very good.
I would fly.
Okay. Next, 19. Peter, want to go for it? Peter?
I think the answer is option D. After he finished painting, he had a shower.
After he had finished painting,
He
he
had a shower.
Very good.
Yes.
D.
After he had finished, because past plus past. Here it's twice the past. Here it's once past. So after he had finished, he had a shower. Okay.
Yes.
Past perfect. That's past. Simple past. Yes. Number 20. Elma. Want to go for it? Elma?
A. think this A.
He was
late.
When he had arrived, at the airport, the plane had left.
Yes, this one. When he arrived at the airport, the plane had already left. This is simple past. This is past perfect. It had already happened. Here, this happened. This had already happened. Okay? Good. Good. You're catching it now. 21. Kumboso, want to try?
Looks
She is drinking.
Very good.
drinking from
Very good. Because look, it is happening right now. It's happening right now. So it's is drinking. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Paul, Joey Paul. Next.
She cries.
I noticed that she
cries.
She is
I
crying.
Noticed.
She's crying.
Had cried.
Past tense.
She.
Had cried, sir.
Exactly. I noticed that she had cried. But that means when you noticed, she had already cried. So
Yes,
past
sir.
perfect. Past plus past. You noticed past tense, and this was before you noticed. It was already done.
Sir,
Yes.
can we
Yes.
say I noticed she has been crying?
I noticed that
She has been crying.
No, you would say she had been crying. That would be correct. If the answer was had been, you could say has been is present tense. If the option was had, you can say that. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right. 23. Go on. Who wants to go for it? Saroj.
D.
I want Saroj to answer.
Sir.
Yes. Many things dash this month.
Many things have changed this month.
Very good. Have changed this month. You notice this? You're talking about it's still relevant right now.
Yes, sir.
Right? Even though these things happened in the past, it is still this month. So present perfect. Understand present perfect?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good. 24. Who's going for 24? Come on.
C.
Leif Erikson dash Vinland while he dashed towards the west.
Covered Vinland while he was sailing towards the west.
Very good. Discovered one-time event, past, simple past. When he was sailing. See, was sailing, past continuous, cannot go stand on its own. It's dependent on past, simple past. Very good. 25. Okay, I want Aditya to answer. Aditya. Okay, go on, Aditya. B.
I think it's B. We visited my aunt next week on Friday. It will be her
Next
birthday.
week. Next week.
Week.
I think
It's
it's
already
A.
happened.
Will visit.
Will visit.
Will visit.
Will
Will
visit.
visit or are visiting. Both. I told you, right? You can
Oh.
use present tense for future.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Both are correct. Okay. Both are correct. Okay. Good. Good. Keep it going. 26.
The sun will shine tomorrow.
Will shine the sun.
May sign.
The weather forecast says the sun
Will shine.
Okay. Sun will shine tomorrow. Okay, but
Sir, what about the sun is going to shine?
This is also correct.
May shine is
This is also
possibility.
correct. See, first of all, it is weather forecast. Nothing is confirmed.
Yes,
They
sir.
can
Forecast. So it
may shine is
may.
also correct. They will say will, they can say may, they can say is going to shine. Okay.
All are correct, sir.
Apart from B, all are correct. Okay.
Okay, sir.
27. I want. Okay. Pelister, go for it.
C.
D.
D, sir. D. She has lived.
He has
C.
lived. This house, not that house. If I say that house, the answer will be lived.
B.
Lived,
It's
sir.
B.
Then will be
She
lived.
lived in that
If
house for
This
years.
this
So it's
house.
B.
Answer
no,
is
sir. Now it will be has lived.
This is the question.
Has lived.
This is the actual question. If I change it to that house, you will say
Lived.
B and D. Sir.
Okay.
got it? Bold is this, italics is this. Okay. Okay, 28. Who's go for it? Shijita, go for it. The train.
Sir, I think the train has left before we reach the station.
The train. Past tense.
Has left.
Has is present tense, no,
No,
Shijita?
sir. It will be left, I think.
Only left. Only left.
Only left, sir.
The train left before we reach the station.
No, actually,
Will have left.
yes. Because you are still not, you have not reached, no? It's future tense, no?
Yes, sir.
Before we reach, it will have left. I know this is future perfect tense. Like I said, these questions will not come for you, so don't worry. Okay? But I'm just, I included a few so that you get an understanding. That's all. It's future tense, no?
Sir, can we go back to number 27?
Yes, tell me.
You said she has lived in this house for years. What
Yeah.
if I said she lived in this house for years? What's wrong with that?
No, then it becomes, then you wouldn't say this house. This house is, right now you're in this house, right? That means somewhere present is included. If you say live, that is past tense and you are away from the house. Get it?
If I'm pointing directly at the house and it's reported speech and I
Yeah,
say she lived in this.
If you point to a house, you're supposed to use the word that, not this. This is when you're inside the house.
Oh, okay.
Or when you're currently residing in that house.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Distance in language. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 28 done. Thank you. 29. Go on. We only have like 20 left. Let's quickly complete. Okay. Go on. 29.
I think it's A. Did you think you have seen me somewhere before?
Sir, I think it's who did you think you had seen me somewhere before?
Had seen.
Answer A, B, C, D.
I think B.
Yes.
B.
Did you think you had?
B.
If you use do, you can say A. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Present tense. Maintain the tense always. This is what the parallelism means. When I showed you in the beginning of the slide, remember? I said parallelism. Parallelism is maintaining the same parallel. Okay? Did and this both will be past. Past, present, sorry. Tenses should always be consistent throughout the sentence. Okay? 30. Okay. Hi Jane, you dash sad. What's up?
Looks. Hi Jen, you look sad.
Looks
What's up?
sad.
You look looks or are looking. Looks
You
or
look
are
sad.
looking.
You look sad. Or you are looking
Looks
sad.
or are looking.
Not are looking, you look sad.
Look.
Are looking is wrong. I told you, right? We use continuous tense, but we're supposed to use simple present.
Okay, okay,
Oh,
sir.
okay, sir.
Simple present, right? Yeah.
And A?
That is not past tense. We're present tense. You right now, see what's up. You're asking right now, what's up? It's a conversation. See? Understand?
Oh, yes.
Not past,
Yes,
it's
yes.
not past tense. Okay. Yeah. 31. Go on.
Give up. Have given. Okay.
My colleagues.
My colleagues have given.
Yes, very good. Have given up.
Given.
Only this one is correct out of all four. Easy. Yes. Okay, 32.
32. The women whispered something to each other. A.
I think whispering.
Something to each other.
A, B, C.
A.
Yes.
C.
Simple past. Simple past.
Whispered.
Very good. Whispered. Yes. 33.
We are.
We are a small.
We are a small firm that operates in this town.
Yes.
We are.
Have maybe, sir. We have a small funeral.
Both are correct. Both are correct. You can say you have a funeral home, or you can say you are a funeral home. Both are correct. You can say I have a company, or you can say I am a company. Right? You know we are a company. Both are correct. Okay. 34.
The farmer cut.
Cut.
Farmer cut the trees.
Cut, sir. Only cut.
Very good.
Farmer
Last
cut.
month.
Farmer cut.
Very good. Very good. 35.
John sent an email. B.
Sent an email. B. Sir. John sent an email.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Will send.
Sir.
Guys,
All are
listen.
sir.
You know, in some questions, I told you have 2 or 3 options, right? So anything you answer, usually you'll get the mark. Here, if you choose A or B or C, you will lose the marks because correct answer is D. Got it? The computer will take only this as the correct answer. Anything else, even though you're right, you're wrong.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. Okay.
Read the
sir.
question fully, always. All are correct. Okay, 36.
Seats. Option A.
Yes, very good.
It sits.
Yes,
When I
habit,
get home,
right?
my dog sits at the
Yes.
door waiting for me.
Very good. Okay.
My dog will be sitting.
I know, but we try to avoid future tense as much as possible, even though technically it's true. But will you actually know? Can you know for sure? You can say will be sitting. You can say would be. You can say will be. But when I get home, what you mean here is when I get home, when I usually
Oh, okay.
get
Habit.
it. You get habit. So my dog sits at home. Okay. 37.
Okay, sir.
Yes. 37.
Came, sir.
Came.
ABC.
No, sir.
Later,
Will
his
come, sir.
friend
Later.
come to take.
Some minutes later, his friend
Will came.
Will come, sir.
Will come to take him to the airport. Will come.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Some minutes
Will
later
come.
is future tense. Future tense.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You?
Plan.
You planned.
You planned.
You planned. C.
You planned.
You planned this meeting while in advance.
Plant.
Planned.
A.
It's planned.
You.
It's plan.
Yeah.
How?
Sir,
Sir,
can you
how?
explain?
What about C?
Technically, what you mean is C also. But if you use C,
Plant, sir.
if you say this, if you use C, what is the meaning then? Meaning of the sentence changes completely. Is it like an insult? Is it a compliment? Is it so here we always take it as suggestion or instruction. Okay. Even though this is technically correct, but meaning wise, this will make more sense. But yeah, you're not wrong to think this grammatically, but in this sentence, plan is correct. You plan this, it's more like a suggestion. You plan this meeting well in advance. It's like a advice, piece of advice. Okay, not a comment, not a feedback, more like suggestion. Okay, 39.
I am born.
Sir, I have a question.
I am
Yes.
born.
Tell me.
I am born.
So, sir, number 38. What will accept for
Okay, hang
right
on.
answer, plan or planned?
1 second. Yeah, 38. What?
I was born.
38. 38. Tell me, who had the doubt?
Sir, the doubt is what will accept for right answer, plan? You only write plan.
Your voice is breaking. I'm sorry.
Sir, sir, it clear now?
Yeah, a little bit. Tell me.
Sir, for the right answer, what will accept it? Plan or planned? I mean B or C, because you told that technically right is planned, but the sentence will make right this plan. So
No. Technically, both are correct. I mean, technically, this is also correct. I'm not saying only this is correct. Both are correct. But if you look at the sentence, when you use the word plan, it is more like a suggestion or instruction. Okay. So someone is telling someone. This is more like you planned this meeting well in advance. So what is he trying to say here? Is it feedback? Is he trying to insult him? Is he trying to praise him? Is it a? It's very unclear. This is
yes, sir.
proper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The sentence is very unclear.
Yeah, here it is clear with this, but technically this is also correct. But don't worry, in your exam, all your 4 options will be very different. So you will not have this much confusion. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. 39.
Okay,
Go
sir.
on. Easy. 39 is easy.
I am born.
In America.
This is what? Present tense or past tense?
It
Past
was
tense.
born. I was born up in America.
Yes.
Was born.
Yes, past. He was born like many years ago, right? Past tense.
Yes, sir.
The girl.
Broke.
A, B, C, D. Which is it?
Option A.
C.
Option A.
C. Not D, sir.
Answer breaks.
The girl breaks.
It is not a
No.
habit.
Yes, sir.
Not a habit.
Yes, sir.
One time event. Simple past. Okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Girl
Okay,
does
sir.
not break locker all the time.
Sir, it's
Once.
a simple past.
Yeah, simple past.
But how can I recognize that it's a simple past? Because the girl dash the locker.
Yeah, true. But see, breaking the locker is one thing, and taking a walk is a different thing. Okay? It is not.
Okay, sir.
It is not a common event. It happens rarely. So it is not habit. It is not a habit. Is it a habit? No.
No, sir. It's
Not a
I think
habit.
it's accidentally, not a habit.
Yeah, accidentally.
One time
Sorry.
event.
Yeah. Exactly. Sorry. Where did I lose it? Yeah. Okay. To finish up quickly. We have only 8 more questions. Quickly. 41. Guys,
When I pay him tomorrow, he will have received everything.
Sir, I think
C.
we'll have
We'll have
received.
receipt.
very good. This is future perfect tense.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. 42.
We
We
are
will stay this week.
We will be, sir.
We will stay at the hotel this week.
Will be staying.
Both are
Will be
correct.
staying.
are
Are
staying.
staying.
All three are correct actually.
Both A and B are correct.
Okay,
Will
sir.
stay. All are, sir.
All three are correct. I just included such questions so you get, let's see if I'm getting different answers right. But yeah, all three are correct. 43.
The bus left on Sunday night.
Sir, we'll be leaving.
Will be Sunday night.
All are correct, sir.
All are
We'll
okay.
be leaving.
All of the above are
You
correct.
cannot tell. It is not clear. If I use next Sunday, if I use last Sunday, then you will get a specific answer. Here, anything is correct. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, I included such questions so you understand that different tenses can go in different places. Okay? So all are correct. So when you're using a sentence or you're speaking to someone, clearly different ways of speaking are available to you. You will have to use the right one. Here, all are correct because you don't have enough information. All are correct. 44.
We'll go.
It's we'll go. I can meet you. I will go to the dentist on Thursday.
No,
Or
it's
I'm going. I'm going.
I'm going. Or I'm going, sir. E.
I will be
I will
going.
be
Will
going.
be going.
A is not right. Only B or C. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It will be continuous, not simple future.
Sir, can you explain we'll be going how it is right answer?
Because see, this is continuous tense, no? So here also continuous.
Yes, sir.
Both future. See, A and C cannot be there. Only one will be there. So because we are using continuous here, obviously, future also continuous will be correct.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. Last 4.
Sir, I think it's finished. The film finished at 11 o'clock.
Sir, I think
Sir, we'll finish or finish. We'll finish.
We'll
Sir.
finish.
We'll finish.
All of the above.
Not all of the above. This is not wrong. This is
Yeah, it's strong, sir.
ABC.
Number is strong.
Yeah, ABC is correct.
Can you
Okay, Jane.
Work, sir.
Usually.
Number
Has been
C.
working.
Usually.
Habit. C.
Usually, it's a habit, sir. Number C.
Habit. Okay.
Usually walks.
Okay.
Admit.
admit?
Let's.
Or
Last summer
meet. They met.
Last
three
summer
or-
they met
Had met,
E.
sir. Had met, sir. A, number A.
Not
B.
B.
B, B or
B.
C.
Yes, sir.
One time event. One time.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
B.
Had
When they got there, the film had already started.
Yes, sir. Had already started.
Very good. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will be sending this. There's a few other questions, like 15 questions, which will be like homework for you. Okay. I will be forwarding this to Step Up. Okay.
Yes, sir.
To Ashish sir. Ashish sir, I'll send this to him. We have completed 48 to 50 questions. Now another 10 questions plus another 5 questions I have prepared as homework for you. So you can do it on your own time. Okay. We have completed 2 hours. Okay, guys. I'll be forwarding this to him, and he will forward this to you. Okay. So you can
All right.
always take a look at the questions, go through it once again, and I'm really sorry for the technical issues today, but I hope that you understood tenses and I was able to deliver as per your expectations. I'll try and do better next time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
If there's any questions, any doubts, people can stay back. The rest of you can leave the meeting. If you have questions, stay back.
No, sir.
All
I have
right.
one doubt, sir.
Yes, doubt. If you people who have doubts can stay back. The rest, please leave. Good evening, wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and
Thank you, sir.
we'll see you next week.
Assalamualaikum.
Can you
Assalamu
forward
alaikum.
the file, the video's name in YouTube?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Okay. So YouTube also, I just checked. Okay. Okay. So, all right, guys, let's have it with the doubts and then we can leave then. Because it's been 2 hours and then.
Okay, sir. Bye.
All right, then. If you don't have doubts, then I'll see you next week. We'll do another session. I'll take up the doubts then. You can write them down and we can have it later.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Bye
Can
bye.
you rename
Thank
the
you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
video name in YouTube?
Video link, Ashish sir will share. One second, I'll share. I'll share. I'm sharing it in chat.
No, sir, not the link. I'm saying to rename the video's name, sir, with the name of the chapters.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll tell Ashish. I will not be doing it. I will tell Mr. Ashish and he'll do it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye, all of you.
Bye too.
Bye, sir. Bye. Take care. Take care, also.
Goodbye.
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 Bye, 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 bye.